D O N E R
You
ready?
The table's set, we're here live, watching stars fall like confetti. They slip into a wormhole and spiral down the eddy, descend into the pleasures of the flesh-covered red meat. But let's see, it's either light fare or it's heavy. My only pet peeve is splitting hairs like the Red Sea. If there's a cure for the lethargy, it won't be in your self-help books or in alchemist's secret recipes. Yes, indeed, get your frequency adjusted, in stark contrast to the tripe they feed the public. Speaking of which, they're saying things are on the uptick, with cherry-picked data and graphs to back it up with. I don't buy it, Steven. I see a seven-headed fire-breathing dragon flying overhead while we're speaking. Sirens blaring, war cries, tires screeching. Divided, conquered, prosecuted for high treason. Unpacking rations for the young, snatching crumbs, pump action, semi-automatic tongue lashes. Food for thought forms, fragments of the sun, fractions of the whole, fashioned from the tree of life, compassion. Freeze the light from the deepest night, throw this custom-made pair of they-live shades on to see the sights. Where wolves masquerade as lambs for a decent bite, and pigs will crack your skull like whack-a-mole, then read your rights. In a holding cell on Earth's outer crust that aims to explore the inner worlds and mere the outer husk. The hidden principalities and powers that corrupt, pick the flesh off of eagle's bones and ground them into dust. Who to trust? Discussing chords that the music struck on acoustic strings made of human guts that 9 muses pluck. Remove the cuffs, loosen up, adjust the antenna and receive a transmission for the future us.
sounds great.
The lines are drawn. Night comes, and so does the time for waiting.
I'm broadcasting live. You can hear state policemen moving around behind me. A few of the demonstrators are moving forward, shouting to the police officers, trying to explain to them what their case is. I certainly don't believe they're going to have much success.
See police unload. Helmets on, billy clubs in their hands.
Shoot to kill, Molesca.
He's got his hands up, Chief. Take it easy. All right, you.
No need to shoot me, officer. I was...
Don't you be telling me what not to do, man. Just walk forward and keep them hands high.
I brush my teeth twice daily and smile.
A single cell wanna mingle well, ain't this some shit? Symbiotic, modificative, got us relating, evolving, mating, and making decisions on what to click. So far removed from the mush that created you and us, rather legislative guts spill. We at a cusp, everybody bust a nut still. Loving the con. 3-card Molly, wager betting I'm gone. A 45th turn to soon, watch your ideals burn. A high noon rider, never get out alive. Learn to play the wall with a grappling. Hooked to the action, sprawled in the madness with a book and some matches. I'm steady lounging, waiting for the Eddie's round spin to take me. We down the drain like them white flakes when the blue pigs breaking. Escaping, escapism, a schism, the beauty of a mind prison. A prism.
Sequence. We strive to do her justice and do things for the right reasons. I like breathing, even when I'm at odds with the world around and can't place the exact cause. Baptized in primordial waters, all praise to the author. Nursing my shot nerves, my skin grows thick. I sidestep the bullshit and focus on the light, not the bones that crows pick. Hi Helen, I'm with 5 felons, the sky's melting. When look at you's got the water in my eyes welling. I'm here to find the escape routes and open doors, and breach the empire's walls like the Trojan horse. From single cells to stringer bells and kings that fell, from heaven's heights to the pitfalls where demons dwell. Your name rings bells, the queen of life forms, incubating in the womb till this dream of life's born.
Hey, Martha.
Jonathan?
Come here, Martha. Look at this thing.
What is it?
Well, I'd reckon it was a rocket.
I'd reckon the same, Jonathan.
Somebody's idea of a practical joke, I guess, or a publicity stunt. Let me get this concerned thing open.
Megaton, H-bombs, nerve gas, napalm. Same song, find a phone booth, throw the cape on. Face long, mankind's way gone. A serpent in a suit saying everything's fine, just remain calm. It's all cosmetic like Avon. A million shiny things to distract while we sashay along. Lounging at the water hole, weighing pros and cons. Hit the jukebox, my song plays like the Fonz. Donner fan, the revolution won't be on demand, but we'll be broadcasting live here in Zombieland. A pirate signal for the few that'll listen. The state's got your brain shampooed and conditioned. We came, we saw, we consumed. We aim to subjugate nature to our own ends and reach the moon. They colonize every star in the sky and disregard the core message of the martyrs that died. It goes. Armored tanks, lead-based paint chips, sipping Agent Orange while the mushroom cloud forms and acid rain drips. It's dangerous out here, a long list of things that'll leave you laying stiff face down in a drainage ditch. From our greatest hits to our biggest fails, the former give us hope, but the latter tip the scales. Got the means to reduce a metropolis to ashes when things spiral down and start getting Mad Max-ish. See the secret agent man in surveillance land. Walk the street, thought police patrol. Enjoy the phone tap included in your 5G data plan. While hidden hands keep the world in a sleeper hold. Overzealous cops, high officials. Pesticides, carcinogens, airstrikes, and guided missiles. All symptoms of a human sickness. A parasite in the psyche of man. And itching, fighting over scraps with the rats in the kitchen. Anything and everything to mask inhibition. Trapped in the prison, searching for the light in the cracks where it's hidden. To separate the wheat from the chaff and the true and living fact from the fiction. The ruling class master division, but couldn't match wits with the mathematician. Take away the pretense, add to the vision. You talk loud, but you lack the conviction. Tactician back with the bone to pick a little fame. Now they act different with the shoulder chip. You wanna be some kind of prima donna throwing fits? What's the onomatopoeia for an open fist?
Sing, sing,
yep.
Sing, sing,
and then
zoom, zoom.
What else?
Zick, zick.
What?
Click, click.
Oh,
zap, zap.
True.
Rap, rap.
Right. Clap, clap to the rhythm. Back in the domicile, strapped with the big guns. Did a quick run, hopped the flight down to AZ. And whipped state to state like a bat out of Hades. From the womb to the dirt, birthed by the universe and consumed by the earth. We shed the costume like cocoons and emerge from a reptile skin or the plumage of a bird. Gently down the stream, life is but a night shift, lucid in a dream. Reaching for the light switch. Remove the leeches and the ticks, throw them in the fire pit somewhere deep in the abyss. Get your head sorted, your frequency and pitch with the first words spoken and the reason we exist. Wake the dead, act about as sheepish as it gets. Sleeping with the fish in the ditch.
Sing, sing.
Alright.
Sing, sing.
Zoom, zoom. And then, what else?
Zick, zick. Click, click.
Yeah.
Zap, zap.
True.
Zap, zap.
Right.
Here we are now, a little bit after the middle.
We're searching for something, but we've got no idea what it is.
On this distracted earth, sucked dry by the vampires of finance, the world of man and of so-called culture grins back at us.
Periodically it may shift and go into some other directions, but one of the main things we'll try to demonstrate is
you can't build humanity, you can't build a beautiful society by tearing down anyone else. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. You can't hide truth forever. It will come out.
Did the stuff come? Yeah, come in. You ever see a preamplifier like this? Got a magnetic phono tape head, distortion 2%, harmonic unmeasurable. You know, I can't afford it. How about this new Faldeck speaker? You fiend, you know I'm still paying on the in-or boosters and the stereo adapters. You dirty rat. You got me started on this stuff. Take it easy, Charlie. You came to me, don't forget if you can't handle it. Charlie, stay away from those knobs. Charlie, don't touch that big knob. Some sellers could get a guy like Charlie hooked pretty easy. I gotta check this mess before you get too goddamn long. I have a very perplexing hum coming from my Deca 3,000 watt power amplifier.
Stay clean, Chuck. Pipe dreams keep a fiend stuck, obsessing over every new toy and beat machine touch. From clean cut kid to crass sewer rat, digging through the trash and dollar bins, slipping through the cracks of mask. Wax piled to the ceiling beams, countless holy grails, Thai 45, psych from the Philippines, name it. An unknown with dreams of being famous in the arsenal of analog gadgets to ease the pain with. The smug, self-important record store clerks the plug that keeps him coming back for high fidelity drugs. Chuck snapped like a celery stick with his first fix, stripping cords for copper wire to fry his nerves with. The curse won't be lifted till you crash, find the bottom, and shake the primate attached to your spinal column. I've tried to help, but there's some things you gotta face alone and figure out yourself. You better watch your speed, Casey Jones.
Yo, Chuck, man, where you been?
Been making tapes a lot. Making tapes, thinking about making tapes.
I let you use the cat.
You're trying to collect every song more.
That's right. I would say that collecting probably was a symptom of their mental problems.
Put those records down, bro. Put them down.
Last time we spoke, Chuck said he kicked. Then I spot him at the record shop trying to scratch his itch, hands shaking, sweating bullets, wild-eyed and distant, chopping up gator tails and crate dust and sniffing. A man possessed by ASR 10s and techniques, 808s and Kais, preamplifiers and SPs, with quarter-inch cables plugged in either ear. One of many struck by this affliction in recent years. But these days, everybody's something. Writers, rappers, buyers, trappers, audiophiles sliding backwards. A gospel record's preparation for the final rapture. His pleasure center fires off a million firecrackers, and flesh merges with the fully loaded sound system. In the confines of Charlie's underground prison, a ghost in the machine steered wrong.
Put this wire in here. There's a second molar there. Switch his ear on.
I just saw a whole bunch of kids doing it. I didn't want to be uncool. I really didn't. I thought I would be accepted.
I want to be with the in crowd.
The Darah Golub.
The in crowd.
The Darah Golub.
To go to bed, I have to spend about 5 or 10 minutes moving records around, so that I can get to the bathroom, say, in the middle of the night, or without, tripping over a pile of them or something. And it is getting to me. And I think it does have a psychological effect.
There is a high, the addict admits this. But after a while, that high is harder to get. Eventually, nothing else matters. Your habit is so instilled, you lose your mental and physical control.
Ain't that record a riot? It's all right. That loudspeaker sounds tin.
The dead increase their invisible honey.
Woke up with the conviction I could change things. Every dream's a variation on the same theme. In the machine where blood money remains king, the gluttonous hold court and lick their plate clean. A songbird in the cage sings to usher in a new dawn and the promise that the day brings. First things first, fire up the ship. Equipped with the intravenous dark roll strip. My skull's thick, I learned to turn lead to gold bricks with skills to pay the phone bill and keep the stove lit. And roll with the brick roads, twist quick to snatch Caiaphas off his pulpit where lost souls drift. Something tapped the glass in my fishbowl, and for a moment I could see it clear as crystal. We're inching toward the edge, check your head. Smell the coffee grinds, put the savior complex to bed. Woke up with the conviction I could change things. Every dream's a variation on the same theme. In the machine where blood money remains king, the gluttonous hold court and lick their plate clean.
I finally being processed. They made me adjust to modern times. I cure the fantasy obsession, paranoid delusions, I master words.
Blind man, lost man, dying on the cross man, revolutionary man, self-righteous man, pointing fingers at the next man, madman, running from an agent with a gun and badge somewhere in the Badlands. Sacred hands shape the world laid to waste. Tomorrow sacrifice for today's paper chase. There's flies on the drywall, closed circuit all seeing eyeballs, keeping close watch while the sky falls. The same snake that said turn stones to bread is working around the clock to mine the data in your head. Something's gotta give, bend, break or shift, take your pick. Watch them sit and pull the wings off a seraphim for kicks, and build Babel towers to pass the hours with high-tech tools at their fingertips like magic powers. Young grasshop, cast your mask off, rock to sleep by the men that fleece the sheepfold to have-nots. Woke up with the conviction we could change things. Every dream's a variation on the same theme. In the machine where blood money remains king, the gluttonous hold court and lick their plate clean.
Cannibals, eat America. Don't forget the taste of human flesh.
Are you quite sure that the tribe you're talking about are cannibals?
We're receiving signals loud and clear.
The shadow was growing. They cut right to the ground, the shadow stayed whole. They laid boards on it, the shadow came out on top. They shone lights on it, the shadow got blacker and clearer. They looked the other way, it went on growing. It got into eyes, the eyes went blind. The ones that fell down, it grew over and they vanished. The shadow was not filled, it went on growing.
There's a world now where people are in a contest trying to see who can get enough power to destroy the world first. It ain't even fit for a fable, but it's a real story.
I was sitting in a room that looked out onto a garden, and the stillness filled me. Bitterness drifted from me. I was as near paradise as I am likely to get again. I was thinking of the chaos we had caused in one another. I was thinking of our future.
All of our lives they've had control of us through their schools, through their electronic media. They've had control of us all of our lives. They have programmed us. They have made us become reactionary. We don't think, we react to what they do. They tell us that progress means all these things have to happen. They tell us that we can't go back to the old way. They tell us be realistic. But there is no old way, no new way. There is a way of life.
If there's anything that the predator class fears, it's a clear-thinking human being.